Outdoors. Um, so the other day, I got a ticket for being too high. I was only 2 inches too high above the legal limit, and in Minnesota, which I think in Minnesota it's 25 inches is the legal limit, which is probably one of the shortest legal limits compared to other states. Like, at least I've looked it up, and at least half the states don't even have a law on how high a vehicle can be, and then the other half are normally at like 30 inches or a little bit higher than that, like 35 inches. So Minnesota has a pretty strict law on it, but normally the police don't enforce it very much. Like, the local police, I've never gotten in trouble for like at all from them. And I've been driving this thing since I started making videos on it, and I've never gotten in any trouble. I've never even been pulled over. It's the first time I've ever been pulled over, and it was a state trooper. And apparently the state troopers are more strict on height laws than normal police officers are. And he pulled me over. He made me get out and watch him measure it. He measured it. I convinced him to measure it from here. At first he didn't even want to measure it from here because he thought that wasn't part of the bumper because it had a hitch receiver on it for a winch. So he thought that shouldn't be considered part of the bumper, but I got him to convince him to measure it from there, and it was 2 inches too high. And then he measured the back, and the back was also like 2 inches too high. And he had me sit in the truck, and he ended up writing me a ticket for being 2 inches high. And I was being polite the whole time. Like, I can see if I was being a dick to him or he'd give me the ticket, but I was being polite for him to him the whole entire time. And I've never had a ticket or anything on my record before. I had a clean record, and he went and wrote me a ticket for being too high, and also gave me a written warning for not having light covers on my KC lights. So now I've got all that on my record, and I have to go to juvenile court for it, because since there's not a set price for being lifted too high, I guess, or bumper height being too high on it, I have to go in front of a judge, and he'll tell me what I have to pay for it or whatever. And since I'm a juvenile, it's weird or something. I don't know. We ended up calling up the state patrol because we were confused about it, and I guess I have to go to juvenile court, so that'll be fun. So my dad and I went ahead and made it legal now, so hopefully won't be getting any more tickets for being lifted too high. And when I go in front of a judge, I can tell him and show him pictures that I've fixed my truck and made it legal. So here's what I did. I also put my license plate in the front now, so I can't get in trouble for not having that, because I used to have it in my front windshield. And then we made it's almost kind of like a belly pan thing right here, out of steel. We gotta give props to my dad. He designed this on CAD at his work. He built the welding shop, and we welded this onto the back here. So now when you measure it, it's at like 24 inches, so it's below the legal limit. So now it is legal, and it's attached. It's 100% part of the bumper. And I think it still looks good. Like, and honestly you don't even really see it because it's kind of tucked in back in there, but it's legal in the front. And then in the back we kind of just made something temporary because I plan on making a custom rear bumper sometime in the future. We haven't gotten around to it yet, but we just made a pipe here and just kind of bent it around, and it goes around the whole bottom perimeter of the bumper here, and that makes it at like 24 inches, I believe, as well. So I'm 100% legal, so I can't get a ticket for that at least, and I can tell the judge that I've fixed everything. This is why trucks and cars rust so much in Minnesota. All of this is salt. All coated all over my truck. And like, yeah, I can wash it, but literally the next day it'll get like this again. Minnesota coats the roads with salt. This has been Colin here with North Outdoors. I hope you guys are liking the vlog style videos. I know I haven't been posting that much recently, but the last couple of videos I've posted you guys have seemed to like, and those have kind of been vlogging videos. So I think I'm gonna continue to do this because you guys seem to like it. So until next time.